And good morning, happy peoples. We've got a special treat for you today. A friend of ours, Dr. Mike, has a helicopter, and we are gonna go on a helicopter ride. That's right, he's got a cabin about 80 miles east of here, out in the woods, and we're gonna fly out there. It's gonna take almost an hour or so to get there, spend a few hours. There's some work that he needs to get done there, and we get to come back. So this is gonna be epic, epic footage. I have never been in a helicopter before. Neither has my wife. I've been in a lot of bush planes and a lot of, Super Cubs and Helio Couriers and smaller planes like that, but this is going to be a special treat. My wife's very nervous. I'll just let her know that I tightened, the little Jesus nut on top of the rotor, so nothing to be worried about. I think they refer to that nut as the Jesus nut because if the nut comes off, you're pretty much gonna meet Jesus. Nothing to worry about, babe. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Where do you want to sit, babe?
I don't care.
Sit in the front, sit in the back. What do you think?
Wow.
You got to sit with the freight back there.
What do you want me to sit with, babe?
Up to you. All right, guys, here with Dr. Mike. We really appreciate you letting us come up here. This is awesome. So are we concerned about anything? I mean, we're going to be flying, where are we going to be flying exactly today?
Well, today we'll be flying on the north side of Alaskan Air Force Base, and we're going to go about 80 miles to the Goodpasture River. And I have a cabin up there. We got a few chores to do. And so take us about 50 minutes to get there and 50 minutes back. And then on the way back, we'll fly along the Tanana River. I'd like to say hello, Anna, and congratulations, Tanya and Robert, on your engagement.
That's awesome. Extremely remote cabin out here in the woods, and he has got like full-on compound here, guys. Holy moly, he spent like 20 years getting this dialed in, and this is incredible. Let's give you a quick tour.
Enjoyed watching us fly in a helicopter. My body is still shaking, guys. It's still shaking. It's such a different experience than flying in a plane.
I thought this was rustic, but apparently this is a little higher tech. I'm wondering, why doesn't it work? Well, it's because you just Push in, and he says motion activated too.
Yeah, watch
Seriously?
this. Watch.
Oh, okay. Okay. Nice try.
You didn't get fooled. I did.
Not for long, you didn't.
We'll help Dr. Mike do some chores here. We'll get some wood cleaned up, help him with his lawn someday. So we're gonna try to be at least somewhat of a blessing because it was super nice of him. So Dr. Mike, thank you so much for letting us do this. This is definitely a like once in a lifetime type of a thing. How are you doing?
Once in a lifetime deal.
You looked, she was visibly shaking at certain times during the ride.
I still feel like shaky feeling, like tingly.
Just because he was getting right down on the deck?
Right down on the water. Literally, we had to be, I don't know how close we were to that boat.
We seemed like a boat at certain times.
I'm gonna go work it off by doing some chores.
Hashtag awesome. So the whole purpose of this trip, outside of fun, and Dr. Mike's just incredibly awesome for letting us come, is he's trying to get some grass laid out here. So we're seeding grass to be able to, this is a new helipad for his cabin out here. So he can, see right now the helicopter is just landed kind of on stumps and such. So they cleared these trees out. He's gonna plant some grass here so he's got a nice flat area. So there's less chance of like hitting a root and kicking your helicopter, and it's a bad scene, right? It's kind of a bad scene to do that.
Never pretty, no.
Ruins your whole day.
Guys are over there working on putting the visqueen down for the grass, and I am sitting by the fire. It's wonderful. It has been so wonderful, so relaxing, and just like a neat experience. So we are super grateful that we even had the opportunity to come out here and experience this. We're gonna eat some sandwiches here in just a bit. We brought out some sandwiches for everybody. We're gonna do that, and I'm just gonna enjoy the scenery and just wonderfulness. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed coming along with us on this awesome Alaskan wilderness adventure.
Okay, quick story, guys. This is obviously the outhouse. We're going to the bathroom, and they had a situation. They had just painted this, went to bed. The next day, they woke up and there were paw prints from a bear all over, and they took a picture of it before they painted it over. All these little paw prints were all over this floor. I told my wife, she's been a little while since she's been out this deep in the woods, guys, is when you are out in these remote places, what you want to do is just always be alert, like always be checking the tree lines pretty regular. And any kind of wildlife, whether it be moose or bear, it blends in. Like you could be staring right at it and not see it. So just, you gotta get used to it. If you guys do come out here, these remote areas, get used to checking the tree line and being safe, making noise, and having some methods to defend yourself in case wild game does come in. He's got these whole little wooden, I guess, shutters, technically, I guess they're shutters, that cover the windows, and he puts those down when he leaves so animals don't break in. You probably don't want to run your hands down that. We've got sharp screws, nails, just in case an animal tries to get in. That's usually what happens, is like bears, they'll go through a small little spot. They will punch right through your window, completely trash your cabin, and little tricks like that will keep your cabin from getting broken into.
Hello, happy peoples.
Perfect.
Like it.
Well, a day would not be complete if we didn't come out to the property. So we decided to come out to the property, bring the kids, just relax. So when we were flying over our house, that footage you saw, there was actually, our guys were working on the roof. They were doing some of the piping up on the roof, and they're like, all of a sudden this big giant helicopter comes flying over them and they're up there on the roof. Oh my word, I can only imagine. I didn't notice anybody on the roof, but anyway, they were. But it was fantastic, it was amazing, it was definitely a once-in-a-lifetime thing. We are super grateful that we even had the opportunity to be able to do it. So again, thank you, Dr. Mike, for taking your time and energy and resources and being able to allow us to come with you. So we really appreciate it. I think we're gonna call it a night. We're gonna have the kids close out the vlog. I know you guys haven't seen much of them today, but Audrey, do you think you'd ever want to go on a helicopter ride someday?
Maybe. Maybe like when I'm 13 or something like that.
Maybe when you're 13 or so?
Or even 10.
Do you think you could handle it? I'll show you
Daddy
some of the
said-
footage. I am sure you probably could. You probably would handle it better than your mother. Anyway, we are gonna close this one out, guys. Thanks again so much for coming along on our crazy Alaskan life here in the North Pole. So we'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye. YouTube channel.